Welcome, dear students. Today I'll be introducing InflibNet to all of you. Now let us understand what. What is InflibNet? InflibNet stands for Information and Library Network Center. Now this is an organization that promotes libraries and information resources for Indian education. So now this is an autonomous inter-university center of the University Grants Commission or UGC of India. Now it is also a major national program initiated by UGC in 1991 with its headquarters at Gujarat. Now InflibNet, it was started with certain primary objectives like to promote and establish communication, to improve capability in information transfer, to establish InflibNet. The main intention behind it was to link libraries and information centers in universities, deemed to be universities, colleges, UGC information centers, etc. Now, the whole point of it was to facilitate academic communication. Now, what is NLIST? NLIST basically stands for the National Library and Information Services Infrastructure for Scholarly Content. Now, this is a program that was funded by the MHRD under the NMEICT, and this was with the idea of extending access to selected e-resources to colleges. Now, you find that colleges through NList, they get access to selected electronic resources that would include, as you can see over here, a lot of e-journals and e-books. So this is, I would say, this is a screenshot of the number of e-journals, e-books available via NList. Now, how do we access InflibNet? How do we gain access to all these journals that are available through our college library? Now, for this, all of us have been given an NList or InflibNet user ID as well as password. Now, we have to hold on to those. Now, once you have your login ID as well as your password, how do you access? Now, the next few slides are screenshots of how I have been able to access InflibNet, and after that I will be showing you how to access it via video. Now first you have to go to Google and then type in InflibNet login, and the moment you click on InflibNet login, you will find the first within the first few search results you will find NList. Now this is the button that you need to click. Immediately you may or may not be redirected to a page which says that your connection isn't secure. Now there is absolutely no need for you to get worried about. You find that the NList and the InflibNet uses firewalls, and there's absolutely no need to get worried. Your connection is quite secure. So if you find yourself facing this particular window, all you need to do is click on the advanced button, and then once you click on the advanced button, you will be redirected to another window. There you will have to click on continue to iProxy InflibNet. So once you click on that, so once you click on the Enlist page. This is the page that will open up. Now this is the Enlist dashboard. Now on this Enlist dashboard, you will find a whole lot of buttons which will help you in collecting your e-resources. There are FAQs, there are downloads, there are a lot of information that you will get here which will help you to gain access to specific resources that you're searching for. Now this is on the right side of your dashboard. You will find the registered members login. Now this is where you will have to use your login ID and your password. Now here, this video will help you understand this. So now once you try to gain access, you have to go to Google, click on your InflibNet. You will be redirected to the Enlist. So this is the first selection. This is the first result, search result. Click on it. And as mentioned earlier, this is the dashboard. This is the Enlist dashboard. On the right hand side of the dashboard, you see the registered members login. Now these are the other buttons. They'll tell you about the FAQs, downloads, awareness programs, search, e-resources, register. You don't have to worry about this. Members, if you need to join, but we already are members. So once you click on the login, you will be redirected to the login page. Now there you have to give in your login ID, which is your email ID that you have given to the library. Once you click it on, as you can see, on the left side you find e-journals, and on the right side you have the e-books. So there are a lot of resources here that you can search. These are the e-books, so it depends on what you need to access. There is even a search bar over here, and there are fields. So you can either search for your ebooks here, or you can click on the journals or the ebooks. So I'm going to click on JSTOR. So once I click on JSTOR, it will take me to the journal. So this is the JSTOR web page. So here I can simply enter my search result. I just have to enter my keywords. Let's go for British history. And again, this is the main page of your JSTOR. As you can see, there are a lot of articles. So these are the academic journal articles you'll find. This is the search bar where you can actually enter. If you need to change your mind, you need to access something specific. Now, there is a provision of citing. You can cite your articles. You can download these articles or simply read them, depends on what you need to do. Or there is even an option of exporting your citations. Well, citations are very important when you do your project. Now, when you click on the cite button, it will show you the different styles. You have the MLA, which we need. So all you need to just click on, you just need to click on the copy button, and then you can copy and paste it into your Word file. Now these are the other possibilities. You can export these citations in different formats. You can choose which is best for you. Now on the left side, you find the content. These are the academic content. You have the primary source content. So the content you can access. So once you click on your download button, you will have a small pop-up where you can either decide to read or simply accept and download. So once you click on the accept and download button, it takes you to another tab. And you can download it. So this is the page I told you about. You don't have to worry about the connection. If at all, while accessing journals, you end up with a page like this, all you need to do is click on the advanced button, click on the proceed to iProxy InfluentNet button. And here again, you can simply click on your user ID and your password. This is something I wanted to show you. Now I've gone to eLibrary. Let me see if I can select a specific. I've decided I'll go with the Sage Publications. This is Sage Journal. Now, again, the interface is almost similar to JSTOR. Here, the only difference is you have specific buttons for each discipline. So you just have to decide on the discipline, the content type, what kind of content you want, the type of content you want. You can choose the discipline. So once you like something you want, you just have to simply click on it. And just like JSTOR, on the top right hand, you find the citation. Here you have the chapters that you'll find in this particular book. Since this is an ebook, you can choose to download the entire book, or within the book, if you're looking for specific chapters, you can simply read it, or if you want to download the chapter, you can download the chapter as well. So here you have an overview. So here you can simply read it if you just reading for information. So you can get a link, you can embed it, you can share it with someone if you want to. If you're planning to use an idea from this particular page, you can cite it, you can add to your favorites, or even download it. Now when I click download, the PDF of that particular chapter becomes available. So I would just simply click on the download button and that book becomes available for. Here again, you have the citation, you have the APA format, and we have the MLA, that is what we need. So you just have to simply copy to clipboard, or else you have other ways of copying the citations. So either copy to clipboard, or if you have Zotero, if you have other ways of keeping your references together, you can use that and then simply export it. So I have Zotero, so I have simply downloaded that particular citation for my Zotero app. Now I'm going back to my list. So there are a lot of ebooks and e-journals that are available, easily available. So you have a project you're worried about or assignments, all you have to do is use your Enlist. Now this is the National Digital Library, NDL, that is again made available to us, and this is available via Enlist. So here again, you have the content type, you have the resource type. Now if you want a particular type of resource, you can select. Now as you can see, most of these are locked articles. So now these locked articles cannot be accessed. You have the open articles. For example, you have Wikisource, you have the world history, you have YouTube learning, and you have eGyan Ghosh, which is interesting. So just click on eGyan Ghosh. So here you can see the lock, it's green in color, that means it is open access, so we can access the content. You have both the video as well as you have articles, so you can use a PDF version, or if you are interested in listening or watching education videos, you can do it as well. So here I have taken a random PDF text just to show you how it works. You just have to click on the download button, or if you want to take a printout, you can do the same. So sentence patterns. Speaking activities. All you have to just click on it. So now I've come back to the Enlist dashboard. This is the main page. So here you can explore, you can take your time and explore other e-journals like the Cambridge. This is one more example that I intend to show you. Here again, the Cambridge board. You have the search bar, which is very easy to access. Simply click, let's see. So you have a lot of articles. On the left side, you have the specific dashboard where you can select, make specific selections. On the right side, you have the related content by the same author and backward. On the left side, you have the content of the book. So you can either save as PDF, you can either share it, or if you are simply going to cite it, you again have the option of citing. I'm going to select MLA 8th edition, and it's as simple as that, girls. You just have to click to copy to clipboard, or you can download it as a text, Word. Now this is how we use InflibNet. This Enlist of InflibNet is very useful. for all the students. I hope the session was useful for you. Thank you.